choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things.
Johnny, recently there's been a hell of a lot of activity going on around the moon. Yeah, there's a lot of activity going on up there, Johnny, especially after the Indians just landed on the moon. No, not those bloody Indians, I knew you'd do that. You know what bloody Indians I'm talking about. They just landed up there. Right, yeah. Now, with all this bloody activity, Johnny, it seems that there's something going on that's making the moon seem very bloody valuable.
The moon is believed to hold vast mineral resources, including rare earth elements, helium-3, and water ice. These resources have the potential to revolutionize space exploration and provide valuable materials for Earth.
And right now, the moon has never been busier. In May, Japan's iSpace crashed on landing. At the weekend, Russia's Luna 25 failed to go into orbit and crashed too. India, of course, has just landed successfully. This Saturday, Japan's space agency is launching SLIM, its high-tech robotic moon lander. In November, we're expecting the launch of 2 NASA-funded missions, again to the moon's south pole. Next year, NASA is planning to send astronauts around the moon as part of its Artemis mission, and China is planning a robotic moon mission for next year also.
Yeah, valuable. I mean, you don't just send up a whole lot of rockets and all that sort of shit and over it if it was a bloody dumb old bloody rock.
And if rovers can confirm abundant, accessible frozen water at the moon's pole, that's a potential resource. Water and oxygen for a future moon base. Water, too, can be used to make rocket fuel. That raises the prospect of the moon as a staging post for fueling trips back to Earth or on to Mars.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of value. And I think the USA... Yeah, the good old USA. I think it's got caught a little bit flat-footed, so to speak. The USA... Johnny, are you saying the USA will just go up there and bloody take over the job? And all of a sudden it's ramping up its bloody exploration of the moon. And there's even talk of them putting bases up there. That's not what the USA is all about. And they're not the only ones. There's China and probably Russia, if it's got any money left after fighting this stupid bloody war. If they've got money left, they'll be wanting to set up a bloody base up there too. I don't know, Johnny, I don't know.
The question of lunar ownership has generated heated debates and controversies. The Outer Space Treaty, adopted by the United Nations in 1967, asserts that celestial bodies like the moon cannot be claimed by any nation-state. It emphasizes that the moon should be used exclusively for peaceful purposes and that no military bases, weapons, or testing should occur there.
Well, Jesus.
The issue of resource utilization. Some nations argue that the moon's resources should be considered the common heritage of mankind and managed for the benefit of all.
And what about India? Even though India's got all these fucking people living in abject poverty. Well, Jesus Christ! Are they going to spend $1 billion setting up a moon base up there, I wonder?
A surge in the national pride as India joins the table as a key player in the global community of space exploration.
And just maybe, Johnny, there's all this talk about aliens bloody coming down and the US has got aliens and they've got them in a shed somewhere or whatever. Well, now you mention it, Johnny, that could be just a primer for everybody to get sort of a little bit scared that there are aliens out there and...
Yeah, I suppose.
And that the USA has got to set up some sort of a strategic bloody protection base. That's what they'll call it. Somewhere up on the moon to protect everybody from these goddamn fucking aliens. That may or may not exist. Oh, Johnny, are you just bloody fear-mongering? Yeah, that's right, fear-mongering. So that would give them a bloody excuse to do that. Now, you might think I'm being a bit harsh on the bloody USA. We all love the USA and we love them here at the Ask Johnny channel.
We choose to go to the moon.
Johnny, what if we get Russia, China and the US and fucking India all up there claiming all big bits of it, saying you can't fly here and you can't do that? And doesn't that mean they're basically owning the moon? And as for who owns the moon, Johnny, well, it's supposedly everybody. No one's supposed to own the moon, but you bet your bottom dollar, Johnny, that if the US sets up a bloody great big base up on the moon, covering thousands of square miles, they'll bloody ban people from flying over it for security reasons. So that sort of makes them owning bits of the bloody moon. Christ! Right, yeah, well, I suppose they will. They'll say we don't own the moon, we've just got a base up there and we have to protect our interests. That's what they'll say. Well, Jesus Christ. That's what they'll say. They say it down here all the time. Well, it could be a bloody... They go all around the world putting bases on here. So you can't tell me they're not going to go up to the moon and start setting up huge big bases that are all bloody... Right, yeah. Yeah, I suppose. They'll say they're all secrets. They're all secretive bases up there and because of the national interest. We can't let anybody just fly over and willy-nilly. They'll come up with all that shit, you mark my words. So in effect they're controlling who flies where and whatever around the moon? Is that what you're getting at?
Money!